When I traveled to Yunnan, China for this famous hike, I had no idea what to expect, but this was wild.
I feel the breeze in my hair. I'm living my best life.
This is me and my friend Melissa as we started into one of our wildest adventure days in China that included scaling the edge of a cliff during a mountain goat crossing, trying out oxygen in a can due to the altitude,
Delicious.
navigating to our guest house in the dark because the sun set too early, uncovering magic in real life when we saw the rainbow mountain clouds that are famous only in Yunnan, and getting stuck on the edge of the cliff on the way home due to a rock slide, just to name a few. Let's rewind to take a look at another hidden gem in China, Tiger Leaping Gorge in Yunnan province.
Good morning from Lijiang. We're just in a Didi right now. We're heading off to go on our overnight hike. This is a side note for you, Allison, when you're editing. When you're introducing the Tiger Leaping Gorge, Melissa has suggested to have the title with a tiger leaping over top for the Tiger Leaping Gorge announcement.
We spent the morning traveling from Lijiang to Tiger Leaping Gorge, which is about 100 kilometers northwest of the city. Tiger Leaping Gorge is actually one of the deepest gorges on the planet and has the best hiking trail in the Lijiang area. This hiking trail spans across 2 full days of trekking, but you could pick any trail that you want to. Since Melissa and I only had 1 day, we chose to start at the bottom of the halfway point, make our way up, and see the most beautiful sections of the hike on the edges of the cliff before going to our guest house for the night, which is Tina's guest house, where we would see the stars and eventually wake up to see the rainbow clouds that are famous and only can be seen in Yunnan, China.
Here we are. We've just got off the bus. It's a little windy, it's kind of breezy, but it's actually quite warm here. The temperature is about 18, but with the wind chill, I think it's around 14 degrees Celsius. This is what that is in Fahrenheit. So here we go, we're about to start the trek. But it feels great. It's a beautiful day. How are you feeling?
It's so pretty.
You know, I'm just gonna embrace it. I feel the breeze in my hair. I'm living my best life.
It's safe to say that this is not what our plan was when we started the hike, but one thing I love about traveling in China and all over the world is that you really learn to embrace the unexpected. We ended up laughing our way the entire hike up to the top of the mountain and had the best time in the wild wind. And just like that, we'd reached the top of the halfway point, which sits at 2,345 meters. We took a moment to rest in this beautiful grass clearing, and were so impressed by how vibrant it was. We decided that it looked exactly like the original Windows screensaver. So we stopped to take some pictures here before heading up to lunch. walked into the halfway guest house, we found an entire wall of messages that had been left by hikers throughout the years. There were messages of encouragement and people's names to document that they had been on this trek, and tons of sweet pictures that had been drawn by people of all ages. Melissa and I left our message here too that said the year of the running rabbit, because we had just celebrated Chinese New Year for the year of the rabbit and we wanted to be running towards our dreams this year. We signed our names and then we're on our way to the top of the lookout, which had an incredible view. Start of the hike from the halfway point. We weren't exactly sure of the correct route to take to get to our guest house, so we asked this young boy along the way, and he pointed us down this dirt path where the goats were coming from. This is foreshadowing for what's to come. After we let the first round of goats pass, we made our way down the dirt path and we're on our way to the guest house.
Here's Melissa getting all the shots.
Once we started hiking for just a few moments, it felt like we blinked and suddenly the space had been transformed into a completely different atmosphere. We found ourselves on a narrow path on the edge of the mountain, and the views looked like something straight out of a picture. It was definitely a sight to see. The wind started picking up again at this point, so we slowed down our pace and made our way along the path with no idea of the surprises that were in store for us.
Finally into the true portion of the hike. We're about halfway to our guest house and we are pulling over to the side because it's time for a goat crossing. They're coming along the edge of the cliff, so we're making some room for them. Here they come! Bye-bye! Wow, that was rough. 30 minutes to Tina's. We ended up in such a remote part of the trail at the end of our trek that we were starting to wonder if we were on the right path. But once we saw the sign to Tina's guest house, we knew we were in the home stretch. The sun was slowly starting to set, so we made our way safely down the mountain and eventually added even more excitement to the adventure by navigating the last bit with the flashlights on our phone. We made it! We just arrived to Tina's guest house. We spent the past probably 30 minutes of our hike walking in the dark, but it was totally fine because we had our camera flashlights, which are the greatest invention of modern technology for this moment. I was joking how we didn't have a headlamp and we wouldn't need one, but it got dark so much quicker than we expected. But we're here now, we're about to check in, grab some dinner, and then we're gonna go be off to see the stars. All right, it's about 9 o'clock at night, heading out to go see some of the stars. I'm so excited. I haven't been in a place to see them clearly since I was at Everest Base Camp. If you haven't seen that video, go ahead and watch here. But I think it will be really beautiful. I'm gonna try and get a time lapse. And I'm so happy. It's just so nice to be out here in nature. It feels so good, and it's just, if you can take a vacation or go somewhere to be in nature, I can't recommend it enough. I feel like whenever I do, Oh, the wind. Whenever I do, it's just like all of my life's problems seem to disappear, and it just feels really good. So I highly recommend, if you have a chance to, do it.
I made my way back towards the mountain to go find a secluded spot to watch the stars, and as I laid on the ground, I felt such a wave of magic wash over me. Something about seeing nature in its true form like this makes me feel so inspired, and I can't speak about it enough. When I can watch the stars on a clear night, I feel so small, but my dreams feel so big and so possible. And it's a feeling that I find myself chasing every single day. The fact that it feels so real when watching the stars makes me feel like I've unlocked a little secret to life, and it's such a beautiful experience. We woke up with the sunrise on the next morning, and on our way out, after we grabbed some breakfast, we were met with the most incredible surprise. Yunnan is famous for a natural phenomenon called rainbow clouds, but I had never heard of them before, so when I saw this, my jaw was on the floor. Next, we said our goodbye to Tina's guest house and we're on our way back to Jang. But because there seemed to be a theme to the trip of unexpected surprises, we knew there was still more to come.
We're on our way back, but we might have a slight change of plans. It looks like there was a landslide up here on the road, so there's lots of cars in front of us. Wait a few minutes. All right, we'll keep you updated.
The wind had not slowed down even though we were already down the mountain, but we still decided to get out of our car to go admire the views while we waited.
Worth it for the wind? It's worth it. We were gonna get back in the car, but we're going to check out the action instead. There's the landslide.
It was actually really impressive to see the bulldozer up close, and the men that were working on this were able to quickly make a safe path for us within about 30 minutes. So after just a quick stop, we were back on the road, but not for long because our next stop was the iconic lookout that showed beautiful views of the Tiger Leaping Gorge, where we tried oxygen in a can since we were at altitude, and then we made our way down to the beach to see the water.
Here we have our oxygen in a can, ready to go. We actually didn't need it for our hike because we're so healthy.
Mine's
upside down.
Oh, mine's such amateur. Okay.
It's okay, we're learning. Okay. Delicious. Oxygen for you.
Yeah.
Well, cool. We got some extra oxygen. I got my windswept hair, but I'm at the beach. It feels weird to be in a coat here.
And just like that, our adventure trip had come to an end, but I know I'll be looking back on these memories for years to come. I definitely recommend this hike at the Tiger Leaping Gorge. If you have the time, I'd try for the 2-day hike, but if you don't, the 1-day hike was filled with adventure and fun. If you'd like to see more videos in China, check out the ones I have linked in my description below, and be sure to subscribe for the journey. I'm on a mission to uncover hidden gems in every corner of the world, and this is just the beginning.